Okay, Erev Tov, everyone. My name is Rabbi Shor. I'm the director of Torah initiatives at OUisrael. It is my great zechut to welcome you to our annual pre-Rosh Hashanah Leil Yun, Torah Yerushalayim Leil Yun. I want to thank, in particular, first of all, I want to thank our many, many dedicated OUisrael volunteers who are here today to help set up this event and to assist us to make this event happen. I want to thank my incredible OUisrael colleagues who, as usual, not only are there with emotional support, but roll up their sleeves to help us make these events happen. And I also particularly want to thank our friends, the Fun family, who have dedicated, once again, these beautiful programs in loving memory of their beloved parents. That's a great zechut to be able to partner with you to bring these events to the Tzibur every year. So thank you to the Fun family. In just a moment, I'll introduce my OUisrael colleague, our fearless leader, Rabbi Berman, the executive director of OUisrael. We know that this Rosh Hashanah, in many ways, is very different than other Rosh Hashanahs we've experienced. Our reality, we are not the same people as we were a year ago. And we continue to daven, obviously, for not only a good new year ahead of us, but a sweet new year ahead of us, and for all OUisrael. I'll just remind everyone, please check our cell phones, that they're on silent or off completely. And it's my distinct pleasure to introduce Rabbi Berman. Just before I introduce Rabbi Berman, I also want to thank our friends at Kilat Nitzanim, who, as usual, have turned their schedule upside down to accommodate this beautiful event. So, Rav Shai, you'll send who we're here from in a moment, but you'll send, please, our love to everybody, to Larry and the whole team, and thank them and to Talia and Svi and the whole team, please, all right? All right, so without further ado, Rabbi Avi Berman.
We stood here a year ago. What a year. Yudalid Elul, a year and a week ago, was a day that unfortunately was one of those many days that had to be out of the land of Israel. And I was at a senior staff conference at the OU in America. A day that I saw the people standing in the morning, and just a couple hours later, I saw that they were people with different color. We were standing in New York, and like the rest of the world, we heard that beepers were going off in Lebanon. And after a few minutes of us understanding what happened, suddenly every Jew in the world got their color back. And what a year it has been since then. We stood 2 years ago, and we stood last year on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. And we pleaded with the Kadosh Baruch Hu, Ta'avir Mimshelet Zadon Min Haaretz. And what a year we have seen. A year that clearly Kadosh Baruch Hu has been listening to our tefillot. It's not that we have not had tough moments this past year, and we still are hoping and davening and know that our 48 brothers and sisters are going to come home hopefully very soon. But we have seen so many Memshelot Zedon leave this world. We can come and say it was Syria that did it to themselves. We can come and say it was Chel HaAvir. We could say that it was Tzahal. We could say it was the Mossad. We could say it was the Iranian people. We could say it was Mossad agent. You name it. But we'll all agree that they were all shlichim of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And when we stand here today, once again dedicating an evening to prepare ourselves for the tefillah of Rosh Hashanah, preparing ourselves to be in the right mental, the right emotional place, to make sure we walk into Rosh Hashanah in a place that our tefillot are going to be so much more meaningful. that the day that we are going to Mamlich HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we're going to turn HaKadosh Baruch Hu into our king once again, that we are ready for that position. That if we have to blow a trumpet, we're learning how to blow the trumpet first. And if we have to daven from our heart, we're learning how to daven from our heart first. That we are walking into Rosh Hashanah ready. That's what this evening is about. We're going to read in 2 days, Atem nitzavim hayom kulchem. Each and every one of us is going to be standing, not just the rabbi of the shul, of Bet Knesset Nasi, or Bet Knesset Nitzanim that are here. And thank you for both being here. And other Rabbanim, I'm sure, are here. But each and every Jew, for whoever we are, whether we're the child of, the parent of, the sibling of, the grandparent of, we are part of Klal Yisrael. And there's no such thing as saying, oh, the tefillah of only half the shul is going to count. It's the tefillah of each and every one of us that is sitting here today, and every other Jew around the country, that is what's going to determine how many more Memshelot Zadon we're going to pass from this world this coming year. How much success we're going to have in our battles. That Be'ezrat Hashem, we should wake up every single morning and only hear good news. Amen. And the fact that we're preparing ourselves and taking it seriously, and not last moment waking up and saying, oh, Rosh Hashanah is here. Fast, go buy some apples and honey. But we're taking Rosh Hashanah and understanding that it's a day that's going to determine the way the rest of the year is going to look. And hundreds of people are sitting here and saying, I understand that achrayut, I understand the responsibility, and I'm taking it seriously. So thank you. Thank you for all of you for taking it seriously. Those that are watching it online and those that are watching it physically here. Because that sense of achrayut is what Klal Yisrael is all about. Understand that Am Yisrael arevim zeh lezeh. That we're responsible for one another. That we're not walking into Rosh Hashanah and davening for ourselves, but we're davening for Klal Yisrael. I had the zchut of knowing David and Norma Fund. I had the zchut of visiting them numerous times every year, many times before Rosh Hashanah, to bring them a little gift and thank them for all they do for the OU. And the fact that this evening, the evening in Efrat, the evening here, in Modi'in, Tel Aviv, hopefully more places, are in their memory, is so meaningful. Because there are people that literally had the achrayut of Klal Yisrael. Rav Shai and Yehol Kila, Bemet. I was telling my son as I walked in here, the Bet Knesset, yeah, it's terrible I talk to him in Hebrew, right? זה בית כנסת שאני נכנס אליו ואני מרגיש בבית. אז תודה רבה. I want to thank Mrs. Shoshana, Rabbi Zev Schwartz, Rabbi Ashi Dick, Rabbi Joel Koenigsberg, Satara Starr, Rabbi Sam Shor, Zimmer Garfinkel, Rabbi Sam McCartney, Yael Hauptmann, the camera crew who's making sure that you can follow up on these all online, and so many others, Nina Broder, who's director of our social media, the extended OUisrael staff that have been working so hard on this, volunteers, and also there are a bunch of teenagers here that are working behind the scenes to make sure that during the break you have refreshments and that everything's running and the signs are being put up and the books are being put out, etc. So, bemet, to think that an evening like this happens, stam kacha, it doesn't happen stam kacha. People work hard on it. So, b'atzlecha this evening, and be'ezrat Hashem, we should be able to leave here so much more prepared and so much more muchanim for this Yom HaGadol, Yom Rosh Hashanah, Yom Adin. Erev Tov.